Hi, I'm Taika. I'm the president of Drama Club,
Hey, I'm Sierra. I'm the vice president of Drama Club.
and welcome to our virtual Day of the Arts 2021.
In a typical in-person school year, Day of the Arts is a day to celebrate the art departments at Santa Clara High School, including visual arts, performing arts, and music. The theater department puts on a showcase of sorts that we perform for students and teachers.
It's always one of my favorite days of the year. It's a time when we come together as a community to share our love for the arts with others.
The theme we chose for this year is hope, perseverance, and community, feelings we aspire to foster through the performances we will share with you today.
Our first performance is a song from the musical Waitress.
Oh hey, look! It's us! And Emilie! Woo!
Well, we hope you always have a soft place to land.
Sometimes I still see her, my mother, the dreamer. She'd sing nothing's impossible, child. A dream needs believing to taste like the real thing, like some stranger you recognize. So pure, so electric, so sure, so connected to those little believers inside. May we all be so lucky. My dreams are lucid, the kind we've gotten used to is nothing I can fear, nothing I can hold, nothing I can have, nothing that I know. Dreams come and they go, but hold them and keep them, hold them and keep them, know that you need them, know that you need them. Your breaking points, all that you have. A dream is a soft place to land. May we all be so lucky. Sugar, butter, flour.
Next up is a solemn song about realizing your love for someone you don't want to love.
It's Zianna with the piano arrangement of I Love You by Billie Eilish. Please enjoy. That was beautiful. Next, we have an animation by Emilie depicting a day in the life of a student in distance learning. Woo!
Up next, we have, oh, look at that. It's Taika performing a monologue from the show Community. But, ooh, there's a twist.
All right, everybody, I want to say something. Everybody sit down. You know what makes humans different from other animals?
Feet. No, come on, bears have feet.
We're the only species on Earth that observes Shark Week. Sharks don't even observe Shark Week, but we do. For the same reason, I can pick up this pencil, tell you its name is Steve, and go like this.
Oh.
And part of you dies. Just a little bit on the inside, because people can connect with anything. We can sympathize with pencils. We can forgive a shark, and we can give Ben Affleck an Academy Award for screenwriting.
Big mistake.
People can find the good in just about anything but themselves. Look at me. It's clear to all of you that I am awesome, but I can never admit that because that would make me an ass. But what I can do is see what makes Annie awesome. She's driven. We need driven people, or the lights go out and the ice cream melts. And Pierce. We need guys like Pierce. This guy has wisdom to offer.
Dalai Lama and I.
We should listen to him sometime, we wouldn't regret it. And Shirley has earned our respect, not as a wife, not as a mother, but as a woman. And don't test her on that because that thing about the jukebox was way too specific to be improvised. And Troy, who cares if Troy thinks he's all that? Maybe he is. You think astronauts go to the moon because they hate oxygen? No. They're trying to impress their high school prom king. And Abed. Abed is a shaman. You ask him to pass you the salt, he gives you a bowl of soup. Because you know what? Soup is better. Abed is better. You are all better than you think you are. You're just designed not to believe it when you hear it from yourself.
Soup?
I want you to look to the person to your left. Sorry, the person sitting next to you. I want you to extend to that person the same compassion that you extend to sharks, pencils, and Ben Affleck. I want you to say to that person, I forgive you.
I forgive you.
I forgive you.
I forgive you. I forgive you.
Little twerp.
Pierce, I want you to say, I forgive you.
You didn't say it?
I forget.
You've just stopped being a study group. You have become something unstoppable. I hereby pronounce you a community.
Oh, that's nice.
Now we have Lauren telling us about a cool costume piece that she made.
Take it away, Lauren.
Hi, my name is Lauren. I'm a senior at Santa Clara High, and this is my cloak. She's one of the first things I ever made when I started sewing, and I'd say that it was this project that really got me into costuming. I used Simplicity 5794, View A, and this pattern has seen some love. And it's floor length, it has mini capelets on the side, and it has a full hood, as you can see. This was a pretty difficult pattern for me at the time just because of how new I was to sewing, but looking back, I definitely know that I could have done some things better. It was a lot of fun to make, and just because it's lots of long seams, and so it was relatively easy, but since it was a first project for me, I found it a bit difficult. It's fully lined. I have this lovely brown satin that I feel matches the brocade on the outside very nicely, and I've worn it just to Renaissance fairs that I've gone to, and it's super heavy just because of this brocade on top. But it's really great. It works as a blanket if I want it to. So sometimes I'll just be laying on my bed doing homework and I'll have this thing on me. But I entered it into a sewing competition in my youth group, and it was a lot of fun. I got lots of good feedback on how I could improve it, which I've actually gone back and done those improvements this year. I replaced the closure up here. It used to be just an elastic band, which did not look very nice and wasn't very stable at all. And I've gone back and re-sewn some of the seams, pressed them down a bit because they just looked very messy. And when I was going through just this whole thing and seeing if there was anything else I needed to fix, I found this little pin from when I competed in the sewing competition.
Next is Isabella and Jema with a cover of the song Good Old Days. They also made a video to go along with it, which they hope will evoke melancholy and community-based feelings.
Somebody would have told me, babe, someday these would be the good old days. All the love you won't forget, and all these reckless nights you won't regret. 'Cause someday soon your whole life's gonna change. You'll miss the magic of these good old days.
I was thinking about the band, I was thinking about the fans. We were underground, loaded merch in that 12-passenger van. In a small city in California, I had late nights with a band. I just wanted my name and a star. Now look at where we're at, still growing up, still growing up. I could lay in my bed and dream about what I become. Couldn't wait to get older, couldn't wait to be someone. Now that I'm here, wishing I was still young. Those good old days.
I wish somebody would have told me, babe, someday these would be the good old days. All the love you won't forget, and all these reckless nights you won't regret. Someday soon your whole life's gonna change. You'll miss the magic of these good old days.
Wish I didn't think I had the answers. Wish I didn't go to sleep late but earlier. Wish I made it to homecoming, got up the courage to ask him. Wish I would have gotten out of my shell. Wish I put the bottle back on that shelf. Wish I wouldn't worried about what other people thought and felt comfortable in myself. Rooftop open, and the stars above. Moment frozen, sneaking out and falling in love. Meet you in that futon, we've just begun. On the grass streaming, figuring out who I was. Those good old days.
I wish somebody would have told me, babe, someday these would be the good old days. All the love you won't forget, and all these reckless nights you won't regret. 'Cause someday soon your whole life's gonna change. You'll miss the magic of these good old days.
Never thought we'd get old. Maybe we're still young. Maybe we always look back and think it was better than it was. Maybe these are the moments, maybe I'm missing what it's about. Been scared of the future, thinking about the past, while missing out on now. We've come so far, I guess I'm proud. And I ain't worried about the wrinkles around my smile. I've got some scars, I've been around. I've felt some pain, I've seen some things, but I'm here now. Those good old days.
And last but definitely not least, our closing number, La Vie Bohème from Rent.
It's a celebration of hope, perseverance, and community. Special thanks to Devin and Miley for all of their editing help.
Dearly beloved, we gather here to say our goodbyes. Here she lies, no one knew her worth, the late great daughter of Mother Earth. On this night when we celebrate the birth in that little town of Bethlehem, we raise our glass, you bet your ass to La Vie Bohème.
La Vie Bohème. La Vie Bohème. La Vie Bohème. La Vie Bohème.
Today's of inspiration, playing hooky, making something out of nothing. The need to express, to communicate, to going against the grain, going insane, going mad.
To love attention, no pension, to more than one dimension, to starving for attention, hating convention, hating pretension, not to mention, of course, hating dear mom and dad.
To riding your bike midday past the three-piece suits, to fruits, to no absolutes, to absolute, to choice, to the village voice, to any passing fad,
To being an us for once, instead of a them.
La Vie Bohème. La Vie Bohème.
So that's 5 miso soup for seaweed salad, 3 soy burger dinner, 2 tofu dog platter, and 1 pasta with meatless balls.
Ew!
It tastes the same.
If you close your eyes.
And 13 orders of fries, is that it here?
Wine and beer. 2 bisexuals, trisexuals, homo sapiens, carcinogens, hallucinogens. Then Pee Wee Herman, German wine turpentine, virtue sign, Antonioni, Bertolucci, Kurosawa, Carmina, Burana,
Ginsberg, Dylan, Cunningham, and Cage.
Lenny Bruce,
Langston Hughes.
To the stage!
To Uda.
to Buddha,
Pablo Neruda, 2.
Why Dorothy and Toto went over the rainbow to blow off benzene and
La Vie Bohème. La Vie Bohème. To
no
dance.
way to make a living, masochism, pain, perfection, muscle spasms, chiropractors, short careers, eating disorders.
Adventure tedium, no fan mode, boring location, darkness, perfect faces, eagles, money, college, wooden sleep.
Music.
Food of love, emotion, mathematics, isolation, rhythm, power, feeling, harmony, and heavy competition.
Anarchy.
Revolutions, justice, screaming for solutions, forcing changes, risking danger, making noise and making pleas.
Drag queens and these gays, trans people too.
To me,
To me.
to me,
To you and you and you and you. To people living with, not dying from disease. Let he among us without sin be the first to condemn. La Vie Bohème. La Vie Bohème. La Vie Bohème.
Anyone out of the mainstream?
La Vie
Is
Bohème.
anyone in the mainstream?
La Vie Bohème.
Anyone alive with a sex drive?
La Vie Bohème.
Tear down the wall, aren't we all? The opposite of war isn't peace, it's creation.
La Vie Bohème. Viva la Vie Bohème.
hashtag join Slack.